your product, you don't manufacture that where you're sitting right now in your office. I see you sitting in your office there with all the team behind you. You don't actually manufacture that where you're sitting right now. Then is that right?
You're exactly right. Yes, we have a warehouse outside of the office space here. We have a couple warehouses, but there's no manufacturing there. We do occasionally do a little bit of labeling and stuff for, just if something's not right or there's been some mistake in manufacturing on the labeling. There's some little things we'll do here, but we're not set up for that part of it. Generally, our manufacturing is coming from either we're here in Sanford, Florida, so just north of Orlando. We've got manufacturers in Tampa that we work with, and then South Korea, Germany. We do a little bit of business with China, but for the most part, we try to avoid that just for a variety of reasons. But there's certain things that we do get from there as well. South Korea and Germany are probably our biggest manufacturers outside the USA, as far as countries where we work with different vendors.
So you're internet. I mean, in a way, you can say you have an international business because the product you're getting is coming from other countries.
That's true. Yeah, we don't export a lot, but we definitely import a lot. And yeah,
Gee, what part? Let's say so from a standpoint of your product, you have different companies you work with. What level of involvement do you have as far as the creation of or changes or hey, I want to see more of this or more iron, less iron? I'm just making things up. I don't know, but what? How much level do you have of change in the product itself?
quite a bit. Usually, people in our position, like most people would probably try, if they try to define our company, they say, "Oh, you're a distributor or a reseller of these products." So most companies that like in general, distributors and resellers or either or, they're not going to even the official distributors, they're not going to have a lot of impact on manufacturing, but it just depends on the relationship with the company you're working with. In our case, we're a lot more than just the distributor. We work with 35 different brands, but there's I would say three or four of them that we have a really strong relationship with as far as it goes. I mean, all of them they have a great relationship with, but those ones we have a relationship that goes a lot deeper. We're the exclusive distributor on a couple of those brands, and they highly value our input. We've just been with them. We helped their brand grow from when nobody knew their brand, and it was, it was 24 hours a day just trying to get people to understand what we were offering and how great these products were. And so we've grown with them and they've grown with us, and that's worked out well for both of us because we've always had our finger on the pulse of, like, I came from the background of my main customer, like my primary reset or retail customer is who I was 15 years ago. So I know how crazy car people think like me, and so it helps me kind of know what, and I love testing products and all this stuff. So we have a lot of say on those products. Sometimes the chemist, so CarPro, that CarPro Chemicals, one of the products that we one of the brands that we work with very closely, and sometimes they will nail a product and we won't have any complaints or any changes or any constructive criticism, constructive feedback. And in other cases, like with CarPro Reset, we picked that from the every attribute in that product. I really pushed for it for a couple of years, and they finally agreed to make that product. I told the owner, I said, if you make this product, you'll buy another Porsche with the sale from this. Is going to be a great product. I'm telling you, people want it. And he said, well, it's just a car wash, Corey. Nobody wants just a car wash. And I said, no, it's not. This is what we're going to do with it. And trust me, like, this is what people want. And it was very successful. It's still one of our best sellers 12 years later.